What's up, truly me? Welcome back, you guys, to episode number 12. Today we are talking about money, how to make money in the industry as a lash artist, as a business owner, really anything that you're doing in the industry, how to maximize and capitalize on what you guys are doing, where you start, and then kind of just like how to maintain that in this type of an industry. You guys, if you are already a lash artist, or if you're considering being a lash artist, or let's just say like you're already in the business and you're just kind of feel like you're pivoting or you're stuck and you don't know what to do next, let's talk about that. As a lash artist, from the jump, you guys, let's remember that this industry is a luxury service. I think that gets kind of forgotten sometimes or looked over a little bit. This is not anything that people need to have to live, right? This is not an essential thing. So I think it's something that, because it's becoming so big so quickly, and there's so many new lash artists, and that you can get them done at a nail salon, or you can get them done here or there. Let's remember that we are lash artists. We are investing in our future. We're investing in our education. So let's definitely keep ourselves at the top of that totem pole as far as luxury services go. In the industry, something that I have noticed a lot is there's new lash artists that don't know how to really market themselves, and therefore kind of drop their prices. Now, in the beginning, you guys, it's totally cool, to have lower prices, to build that clientele up, to get to a level where you feel like you have enough clientele. But once you're there, you definitely want to capitalize on your skills, on your time, things like that. Now, let's also remember that as lash artists, we are investing in product, good quality product. These things are all the reasons why you guys should be charging a premium for your work, okay? Now, let's say you have a steady clientele, you've built that structure, you guys have a solid foundation. This is really where you want to capitalize on what are you going to charge, what are you worth, what is the work that you are doing, you know what I mean? So things like that. And then also play into part, how much have you put into your education, what products are you using, things like that, to really kind of calculate how much you should be charging and how much you are worth. Now, you're going to come across lash artists who are just starting out, or who are, still building their clientele. And like I said, in the beginning, that is totally okay to do prices at a lower point. But once you have secured your clientele and you are solid, you definitely want to sit down and really look over, what are you charging these clients? Is it worth your time? Are you making enough money? Now, in the beginning, for me, when I started lashing, I would do sets for free here and there to kind of just secure another client, and then obviously they would come back for fills. But if you are a lash artist who has great education, who is spending good money on product, you are using good solid products, and you do really solid work, and you're not getting paid what you should be getting paid. Now, I think it's a personal thing too, as far as what do you feel like you're worth. And I always tell my client, or my trainees, people who are just starting out, what would you feel comfortable paying yourself? Like, if you were going to yourself, what would you feel comfortable getting charged? Now, I have met and trained so many great lash artists, but they charge literally nothing for the service because they're afraid they're going to lose clients. They're afraid that, I think taking that initial jump and step to really up your prices is a scary thing to do. And I remember doing it myself and being so terrified that like no one was going to pay that premium. And you think you have to realize that you market to a different type of clientele when you actually raise the bar for yourself, when you realize what you are worth, okay? Now, this, like I said in the beginning, this is a luxury service, so we shouldn't be paying nail prices for this. Salon, or when you go to the nail salon and get eyelash extensions, you shouldn't be paying $60, $80 for a set of lashes that is taking you 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 hours to do. It's just not even worth your time at that point. So I think you guys really need to sit down and look over, what is your work? You know what I mean? Are you really doing the best work you can, and are you still not getting paid what you should be getting paid? If you do lashes Monday through Friday and you do 3 to 4 clients a day, you guys should be getting paid a ton of money. This is an industry where you guys can totally capitalize. Like I said, it's a luxury service. You guys should be they should be paying a premium for your work, okay? You don't need lashes. So when I say that to say that this isn't, when you go to get hair extensions, okay, it's $1,000 because it's not something that we need. It's something that we want, right? So people charge a premium for extensions. I just got extensions put in like a couple weeks ago, and it took 45 minutes. And it's well over $500 to do it. So what I'm saying is, you're doing lashes on someone, right? And it takes you 3, 4, 5 hours depending on where your speed is, and you're not even getting paid $100. Now that's something that you guys need to reflect on a little bit and realize that when you do up your prices, because there's levels to this, so you guys need to level up with yourself, level up with your bank account. Okay, you guys really need to focus on that a little bit more, and not so much on, am I gonna lose clients? Because you start to market to a different type of clientele. Another way I can put this is kind of like, there's fast food, there's fine dining, right? And then there's like casual. So which one do you want to be? Now, if we say that eyelash extensions is a luxury service, then we should be the fine dining of the lash industry. This is something that people should be paying for. And when we start to deteriorate the value of lashes, then people are going to start expecting to pay less and less and less. So for me, in the beginning, when I originally heard of lashes, I was like, oh shit, like this is a whole different type of service that was just coming out at the time. It was still super new, and it still is to this day super new. So all you lash artists that are considering either continuing your career, because I know there's so many lash artists out there who struggle with, should they continue? Should they just go back to their 9 to 5? It's too much work. They're not getting paid enough. Realize, you guys, that that is on your shoulders, because you should be lashing and making way more than you would at a 9 to 5, because this is something that people should be paying a premium for. So I think when you realize that, and realize that you're doing yourself a disservice, and not realizing that, you know, what you're worth, what your education is worth, all of that stuff, then once you realize that raising your prices isn't a scary thing, and really leveling up with yourself and where your skill level is at, then you're going to get rid of all those clients that don't want to pay your premium, right? And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Something I realized when I was upping my prices was, I was like, okay, I'm doing double the work for the same price, right? Essentially. So if I'm doing 5 clients a day and I make $500, well, I could do 2 clients a day, charge both of them $250, and make $500. So why am I doing double the work when my work is worth that of 2? So originally when I sat down and really thought about, okay, I'm gonna raise my prices, you guys can do it gradually too. You don't have to jump out and go like, oh, I'm gonna go from $60 to now I'm gonna go to $250 a set. Like, you don't have to do it that way. You guys, I think every year should give yourselves a raise if you're not already at like the tip top of the tier. Definitely sit down and think, okay, every year or every 6 months, I'm gonna up my prices. And you wanna give your clientele like that. Let them know a month or 2 ahead, hey, at this time our prices are going up to this because of X, Y, and Z. And you honestly don't even have to give anybody an explanation for why. People will pay your premium if you are worth it. And that's something I realized. I was so scared in the beginning to do that because I didn't want to lose the clientele that I had just built. But then I realized that I'm not losing my clientele, I'm helping myself, right? So like, people start to, I guess, give themselves the value of what's around them. So like, obviously people want to be like, oh, well, the girl down the street does lashes for $100, so why am I gonna do them for $160? Then she's gonna get all the clientele. That's not true, you guys. People will pay if people like the work that you do, people are going to pay. And let's just like look at it as like a tattoo artist, right? You have tattoo artists who suck. And then you have tattoo artists who can do crazy portraits or like crazy realistic shit, right? And they charge $1,100 an hour. Do you think that they don't get, like they're not gonna get someone who wants a shitty tattoo. They're gonna get the people who want good work, who want, that want greatness, okay? So you guys have to also look at yourself as, are you greatness? Do you deserve that? You guys, lashing can give you such a great life, and that's something I learned and recognized from the jump when I started lashing, and I took full advantage of it. So if you are a new lash artist, considering being a lash artist, but you are afraid of the unknown, or you know, what does lashing have to offer you? Are you gonna make more money or less money? It all comes down to how bad you want it. How bad do you want to be successful? Because when you work a 9 to 5, you are limited to how much income you are making a month or a year. When you are a lash artist, you have endless possibilities. You can make as much money as you want. It all depends on your drive, your ambition, how you recognize yourself, and what level you're going to put yourself at. Because like I said, there's lash artists who are down here and there's lash artists who are up here. So where do you want to be on the totem pole of lashing? Because if you put yourself down here, that's where you're going to stay. If you recognize that you are better and can be better and you are better, then you start to make adjustments in your life and make those changes. And don't be afraid of losing, because you're only bettering yourself. It's just that leap of faith to kind of do it. So I encourage you guys, if you are a lash artist who has been considering upping your prices, or someone who you're kind of stuck, or you feel like you're really good but you're not getting paid enough for your services, take that leap of faith, you guys. Do it. Weed out any of those clientele that is not willing to pay what you are worth, and you feel like, you know, you're working constantly and it's just not being, there's no, you know, it's not being seen, or you feel like you're wasting your time. Because as a lash artist, for me, when I felt like I was doing my best but I wasn't getting paid what I should have been getting paid, then you start to not want to lash, right? It's like, now I don't want to go to work because I feel like it's a job. For me, lashing had always been something that I really loved to do, and it was something that I enjoyed doing. So when it got to the point where I was like, I don't even enjoy this anymore because I don't feel like I'm being paid what I should be getting paid, then you start to not want to do it. So eliminate any of that and really focus, you guys, on your worth. And you know, where you are in the industry. Like I said, if you're beginning and you're just starting out, take your time, build your clientele. But as soon as you get to that level up with yourself and really make a change in that. I don't think anybody should be getting paid less than $100 on a set, whether it's classic, hybrid, volume. And that's totally up to you guys as far as how you want to approach it. There's areas where people are paying $400, $500 for a full set of lashes. That's crazy, you guys. You guys can make so much money. You guys can make well over $100,000 a year if you just laid it all out on the table and really broke down everything tier for tier. So I just want to let you guys know that you guys aren't alone in this. Every lash artist goes through this, but you guys should be living a luxurious life. You guys can have anything you guys want. You guys can provide for your kids, provide for your family with this job alone. This isn't something that should be done on the side or, you know, on your time off. If you guys took this and did it full force, full time, I promise you the lash industry has so many benefits. You guys can make your own schedule. You guys can literally have endless income. And like for me, that was something that I needed. I could never work a 9 to 5 because I knew no matter how hard I worked, that's all the money I was gonna make. To me, that's not the life I wanna live. I would rather live or work a job where there's no security, but I know that no matter how hard I work, I can climb higher and higher and higher, right? And that is freedom. You guys wanna be able to have financial freedom, right? We don't want a boss. We don't want to have to answer to people. We want to be able to make our own schedule, do what we want to do, and make the money we want to make so we can buy the things we want to buy, right? Or support your family or whatever it is, whatever your drive is. But to do this and to not capitalize on it, I think is a huge disservice to you and to the lash industry, okay? So if you are a lash artist and you are good, but you are doing work at a minimal level, do yourself and do the lash artist industry a favor and level up with us, you guys. Keep this at a tier to where it is a luxury service and you have to pay to get your lashes done. And this isn't something like nails where we could just go to our nail salon every week. No, you guys, we want to keep it at a higher level so that it is respected and people continue to want to do this. That is my food for thought on this. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up here on YouTube. You guys can listen to this on Apple Music podcast and also Spotify. You can download it, listen to it on your way to work or while you're lashing. We'll be back with another episode and we'll see you guys next week.